You think if you work hard enough, you'll be safe, that your job, your business, and your plan will protect you. I was earning over 400,000 a year and I still lost everything. Business slowed, career paused, my home gone. This isn't a sob story. This is a reset. And maybe this is the video you need to see right now. Welcome to Mindset, Money, and Real Talk. I'm Janell, and this channel is for everyone navigating the real work of rebuilding their life, finance, and focus. Here, I'm sharing my journey, not from rock bottom, but from a real life reset, from six-figure success to personal setbacks, caregiving, and starting over with a purpose. If you're juggling bills, family, caregiving, credit, career shifts, or just trying to get your footing again, this space is for you. Before everything shifted, I was doing well. I had a 1099 gig paying 250K a year. I had a e-commerce business selling products on Amazon, Walmart, and eBay that I had built up to bring in an extra 150 to 200K. I had system in place. I had momentum. I had stability. Then a loved one had a stroke, and I became the power of attorney. And without knowing much about their finances and medical history, suddenly I was responsible for managing their care, and my life changed overnight. I moved that person into my home, and I had to learn how to take care of someone that needed help with everything. Everything from getting up, bathing, going to the bathroom, physical rehab, everything. In the beginning, I didn't have access to their accounts, so a lot of the costs and setup and structure and care came out of my pocket until I can get things in order. When someone has a stroke, it can change everything, not just for them, but for everyone around them. In my case, my loved one lost the mobility of their entire left side of their body. And because of her age, rehab was even harder. Recovery from a stroke is tough for anyone, but when you're older, it's an uphill battle. By the time she came into my care, she wasn't even able to feed herself. I became a full-time caregiver overnight, physically, emotionally, financially. It took a real toll on me and my family. I have two school-age kids that got activities like basketball and ballet. Um, I didn't have access to my loved one's finances in the beginning, so I had to start from scratch, like getting mail forward and tracking accounts and trying to figure out what she owned and what bills needed to be paid. Um, I remember asking my mom for help, and she came up and she ended up staying with us and trying to help everything get ordered and structured. But my mom, she's a senior too. And after a while, I knew I couldn't keep asking her to carry on that weight. So we bought into the idea of we need to get caregivers to the house. And that brought on new stresses because I am an introvert and my house is my sanctuary. Suddenly we have strangers in and out, and I have to manage trust, I have to manage privacy and safety while trying to work and be a parent. We did finally get control of my aunt's finances, and we were able to find over time, about a 3 or 4 month period, two people that we liked, and they that was good, but they could only work during the week, so weekends was a struggle. So for over a year, I had to live with a hard deadline. I had to be home every day by 9 p.m. because that's when the caregivers was done. And weekends meant no break, no rest. My family couldn't really go anywhere. We were just like in survival mode. I finally hit my breaking point. I was exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, and I made the decision to move my loved one into a facility, even though it meant taking on even more financial responsibility. Around that same time, my 1099 contract, which paid, well over 250K, was coming to an end. And I didn't want to renew it. I was drained. I thought maybe I could take a break and I can grow my online business some more and just see how things go instead. But then everything shifted. Sales dropped. I lost the momentum. I was still dealing with my loved one's care's bills and care and visiting and trying to recover. And to top it all off, the owner of the house that I was renting decided they want to sell. Now I have to move from a 10,000 square foot home with business inventory, big furniture, pool table, gym equipment. It's a lot of stuff. This is not a two-man and a truck kind of move. This is a production. I didn't have the income I used to. And just when I didn't know what to do, um, my mom said something that changed everything. She said, "Baby, come home, put everything in storage, stay with us for a while, take time to heal." So I did. It took about 8 months to get that house packed up and to move everything into storage. And then I left, and me and my kids moved in with my parents in Maryland. By the time I got here, my business was pretty much dried up. I now have debt on both my personal and my business, and I'm still tired. And I realized I have to rebuild from this from the inside out. So I found a W 2 job that pays well, but it's not what I'm used to. But I'm recovering. I'm recovering from the hit, and I haven't given up. I didn't lose my mind. I didn't lose my skill. I didn't lose my mission. I just lost my way. Now I'm rebuilding and I'm doing it with intention. This channel is me showing up, sharing everything, not from the top of the mountain, but from the climb. So if you're in your season of rebuilding, whether it's your finances or your confidence or your life, I want you to know you're not alone. This space is for people like us, people navigating real challenges, making real sacrifices, and still choosing to rise. So if this spoke to you, subscribe, join a community, drop a comment, and share your story. Or just say, "I'm here," so I know that you are walking this path too. Because here on Mindset, Money, and Real Talk, we're not just talking about how to make money. We're learning how to rebuild powerfully and live life with purpose.